What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode, Random Sunset. I'm your host, Psych Dolo. I'm back again. You notice I'm in my Galaville. I got I let down my hair today. I was gonna bring it down, do my Black Jesus thing. I'm sorry, Yahshua, but I say nah. I just stay cool, keep it out the way. I don't wanna, you know what I mean. But anyway, yeah. Notice I'm in my Galaville. Last time you guys probably saw me in this, I was out in Kemet. Many of you know as Egypt. But anyway, today we got an interesting subject, convo. Want to talk about life. You know what I mean? Life through my lenses, okay? Life, my experiences, life, my encounters, and how life going so far. I mean, I don't know how life going for you guys, but it's a lot going on. A lot of instigating, a lot of negativity being promoted, but hey, last 100 to 1,000 years, I mean, it's nothing new. All right. So yeah, it's a bright side to every situation. You got your yin, you got your yang. For those of you all that are intelligent, I know you'll find the bright side. Those of you who have strength, those of you who have courage, are motivated, or just that desire, that drive to see the better side. But anyway, let's talk about life. All right, life as I know it, because I can only share life from through my lens and from my experience. Life. Life is like a jungle sometimes. If not a lot of times, life is like a jungle. It makes you wonder how I keep from going under. But anyway, yeah, life is very intricate. Very intricate at this point, at this stage. There's definitely levels to life. All right. A lot of people, you know what I mean, like to give me a lot of flack. You know what I mean. It's like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. So back to that duality again. At least for myself, when I wasn't doing so good in life and I wasn't prospering, it was a different type of energy. Then once I decided to take another different route, it brought about another type of energy. So some people are happy for you, some people are not. But again, man, let's just talk about some of the obvious stuff that goes on, man. Well, I'm gonna talk about the obvious stuff that went on in my younger years. Growing up, what we perceived to be the tough guy role. Being hard, being gangsters, being thugs, and how it's glorified. In hip hop, and a lot of youngsters, in a certain community fall down to that status of being a gangster and a thug, and and finding themselves, because when you lack finance, let alone education, you got some choices to make. You got an uphill battle to fight. You know what I'm saying? Out here in life, and if you notice, a lot of young black men, like myself and many others, oh, I come from the hood. Oh, I lived in a project. Notice, the ones that lived in a project is an object to somebody project, meaning they've been experimenting with. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, again, life just, that's that jungle that I'm talking about, that wildlife. When you trying to get a grip and understand things, overstand things, and things just don't seem to, look up to you. But anywho, man, that gangsters and thugs. Just the other day, real quick, I was just telling some guys on Facebook how it's hard to believe this day and age that blacks can be gangsters and thugs, meaning more so than the whites. All right, and I know this is like left field, but like I said, this all part of life. Meaning, when you look at the Godfathers, when you look at even films like Scarface, uh, the Bronx Tales, you name it. The list go on when it comes to those type of gangster movies. King of New York, this, that, and the third. You talking about a race of people who stole a whole country. Not to mention people, all right? When it comes to the prisoners of wars or the slaves, like a whole group of people to help build a nation which they took. So when I hear a young black say, you know what, yeah, I'm gangster, or this, it don't make sense anymore. Like, how gangster is that to steal a whole country? Let alone kings and queens to build up the nation. steal their inventions. You know, take what's theirs and make it theirs, and go and have it patent, and just be robbed of everything. All right. So when you go to talking gangsters and thugs, get rid of that title, man. Get back to your rightful self. But anyway, that's all part of life, man. So again, and coming up in a low income community, life is hard. All right, life is hard, man, and life will throw you so many curveballs. And what helped me get through life, I was just talking to my wife about this, meaning I like to study nature, and I get into a lot of the wildlife, like wildlife, meaning the animals, meaning like animals are not as civilized as people. I mean, human was civilized. If you didn't have a book to get you through life, meaning would refer to the Bible, the Quran, the Torah. These are the books that help keep humans civilized and pretty much like instructions on life. And I myself believe in universal law. All right. So you have the universal laws that governs life as we know it. But when you lack understanding, it's going to be hard for a lot of people to maneuver and make it through life when you don't understand, let alone understand a lot of what you deal with. So a lot of us lose the game before we learn to play. All right, on all levels, financially, especially emotionally. You know, a lot of people get up in their feelings and can't control their emotions, and it overcomes, and sometimes, you know, that's the spirit in its demise, and boom, you perish for lack of knowledge. But anywho, back to this wildlife, right? Growing up, I did a lot of Discovery Channel, Animal Planet when I could, or whenever we had cable. But now I'm big on the Kruger National Park over in the motherland, all right? And it never seemed to amaze me, meaning when we think we're going through something, and you look at wildlife, you know, like this again, this is just my example and my comparison, meaning it's a real jungle out here. It's I don't know how to say it outside of wildlife, meaning imagine being a zebra and you birthing your newborn, all right, or a wildebeest or a buffalo, and you got your new calf, your new fawn, whatever, gazelle, whatever the case may be, antelope, whatever, and you birthing your new baby, and this hungry lion come about and spot you and your new baby. These animals can't call the cops, all right? These animals, they don't have no fox fire to tell them when the weather is going to get bad, when the storm is coming. You know, so that reminds me and it lets me know, meaning we have senses, all right? We have senses that we could use to help us get through this life, you know what I mean? And then not just that, just the sympathy, the empathy, all of that when you compare it to like wildlife, meaning a lot of things I feel we cry about, meaning it's spilled milk, all right? It's spilled milk. So maybe I'm not giving the best pointers that help you through your life, but again, like I said, I just want to give you something to think about when it comes to what we deal with as a people, and what every living organism have to deal with and overcome. All right, and you know, and it's experience that we having. You know what I mean? As living creatures, whether it's the trees, the insects, the animals. When the last time you thought about a bug that you stepped on when you was just walking? You see, so all of this ties into when things happen. You know what I mean? Like how are you gonna deal with it? How have you prepared yourself mentally as well as spiritually to deal with these illnesses, these deaths, these wrongful deaths, or what we allege or call wrongful deaths? You know what I mean? Meaning it's a jungle out here. So it's not just you that's going through something in this life. We all have to overcome these challenges and these barriers. All right? And you may have heard the saying, only the strong survive. So that's what we up against out here in this life. Meaning you do or die. You know what I mean? Heads or tails. You know, only the strongest survive. So again, when it comes to that duality, man, these animals got it just as bad as we do. And like I was telling my wife, I said, just imagine if we did have the opportunity to stop these lions, let alone hyenas, wild dogs, you name them. Imagine if we tried to stop them all from doing what they was doing. All right. Some may look at it as killing it. Oh, that was so wrong. It was just the baby. Whereas this animal is preying on this meal when it comes to survival. But anyway, my wife, she says, well, you know what? That'll disrupt the ecosystem. That'll create this imbalance. And I agree with it 100%, meaning a lot of times when we live in life, a lot of situations that the Most High God bring us through, He'll see us through. If He bring you to it, He'll see you through it, is what I'm saying. So don't view everything as like bad. You do have negative to positive. You do have up to down. You do have right to wrong, left to right, and the list go on. But as we continue to live, you have to not only strive to be your better self, but you have to definitely feed your spirit, all right? And if feeding your spirit is getting the right knowledge or all of the tools necessary to help equip you through what you have to deal with, then please do so. But meanwhile, you got these programs out here. I like to call them programs, meaning most folks in the United States, let alone the world, I won't even speak on the world, I'm just going to speak on the country in which I live. Most people are domesticated, all right? They're domesticated. They've been programmed to regurgitate and to think a certain way and to be a certain way, all right? It's just like a dog, all right? Sit, and the dog sit. Stay, and the dog stay. You put the dog on a leash, he don't resist, he don't buck, he just comply, and just, again, go with it. That's because the animal been domesticated, and that's another reason why people like dogs and cats. They easily domesticated, but the same thing go for humans. And I'm saying, if those animals were in their natural state, it's a good chance you ain't finna put no leash on no wild dog in Africa. Are you nuts? He running the pack. They don't know. That's the real dog. The ones that are domesticated, those are the ones you have to watch. Those are the programs that I was just mentioning. They're programmed. Okay? So about these programmed humans, it's going to be one of the hardest things to do to say, I got to cut loose certain family members. I have to cut loose certain friends or certain acquaintances because you think, okay, they're there for me, and they love me and they support me. A lot of times they don't. They got front row seat to see your damn downfall. Okay? And it's quite like innate for someone that it's no different than a child. And I hope I'm not all over the place, and because I feel like I'm all over the place. But here's the thing. With most children, when they playing with like a toy or what have you, it's nothing for them to see the other kid like enjoying the baseball, and now they want the baseball. So a lot of times these programs grow up with that mentality, meaning you may have something nice, but it's only until you see someone else with what they have now that you want it. So it becomes envious and just competitive, and jealousy seeps in. And I was just saying that because it's been on my mind, meaning how a lot of people view me. And like I say, when I'm talking about my life from my experience and through my lens, some seem to like how I live my life, and obviously respect the choices that I made, but not enough to give me my crown or my flowers while I'm here to say, you know what, you made great decisions, you deserve what you have, you deserve to live the way you live. And I'm not rich. Mentally and spiritually, I'm rich, all right? Mentally and spiritually, I'm rich. I have everything I need. And notice I said need, not want. I'm not caught up in materials. I don't wish to spend all my time and my days in front of a tube being entertained, by some fake, some foolery and some all of that, what have you. But anyway, I had a coworker to tell me. He says, you got it made. And in my head, I'm like, man, this guy don't know all of what I've been through and all of the decisions I made for me to be where I am. And it just made me think, and then I had one buddy to tell me, he said, you the reason why a lot of people, or a lot of our buddies, don't have an excuse. So me leaving the mud, crossing the fence, or opening the gate to go to where the grass is green, I'm one of the few people that, were able to do that in my crew or in my community. A lot of people didn't make it. And a lot of them are still stuck in the mud. But a lot of people toot their nose up at me because it's like, now that you're not in the mud, it's your job to go and pull everybody else out of the mud. And I agree with that to a certain extent, meaning the ones that can be helped, yeah, they deserve to have a helping hand, to help them. But it's a lot of them that do not want better. And the sad thing is, they don't even know they don't want better. Like they lost mentally already, they've been institutionalized already, and like I say, programmed already, meaning it can't happen for them, and that's their mentality. It won't happen for me. I only know one way. I'm gonna stay the same. This is how I came. This is what it is, and that's the mentality. So, a lot of people from the hood, or a lot of people that's out there in the mud, they become hopeless. It's sad, but they become hopeless. And like I say, with a lot of the choices I made is what landed me to be in the position that I'm in. And like I say, I've been truly blessed and highly favored for that. And so, what I would like to tell many of you, watch the company you keep, all right? And make the best decisions that you can make, all right? Make your next move your best move, okay? Learn what it is to invest. Learn what it is to strengthen your spirit more than anything, and be mentally prepared for the blows that life is going to throw you. So during your spare time, you have to prepare for the storm. So it kind of goes back to that Noah's Ark story, where he prepared his ship, whether it's real or fake. All right, he prepared this big old ark, all right, because he know the storm is going to come one day. So when the storm came, he was prepared. Whereas a lot of other people that was out partying, two-stepping, doing God knows what, they wasn't. All right, but yeah, man, a lot of people, man, like I say, they only left to wonder and get mad when when they don't understand what it is and what it takes for you to live the way you live. So if you're a person that want to keep a healthy body, you do the things to keep a healthy body. If you're a person that want to have a nice lawn, then you do the things to have a nice lawn. If you want to be one of those parents, that again, if you mold your child, mold them the best in the right, the best you can, and in the right way you can, but you kill what you eat. You eat what you kill. All right. So what you put in, you get out. So I'm still talking about that duality when it comes to this life. All right. So yeah, man. I just a lot of times don't think it's fair when people pass judgment, and because no one want to be misunderstood. But if you don't know all of what a person have to go through, then it's hard for you to pass judgment on them. A lot of people, oh man, Oprah and Jordan, they got all of that money. They should do this. They should do that. Why don't you be that person to get all that money and see what comes with it? See what you have to go through at first. And then let's see you make those choices that you want to see Jordan and Oprah make with their money. And then you'll see exactly what it is I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, honestly, I like to talk. And that's why I'm doing my thing regardless of who here. And that's why I'm talking. But like I say, life is very intricate. And we can talk about life forever. And like I say, I just wanted to touch on some things that was on my mind, meaning most blacks, look, quit being gangster, calling yourself gangsters. You don't compare to the real gangsters of this world. You're not the real savages of this world. You're not the real barbarians of this world. If you are kings and queens, or if you have God right up under your nose, which he lives and resides in you, if you were to activate, then that's who you emulate. All right, that's the path you should follow. All right, so I want to make sure I drop a few jewels. Wanted to touch on life. I know it's been a while, and like I say, I'm still gonna hit y'all with the videos as long as I'm breathing. Again, this is me in my Egyptian attire. Sorry, Kemet. All right, my Galavia. That's what we call it. That's what they call it out in the motherland. And like I say, man, life, man. For as I want to make sure I ain't missing nothing, man. 'Cause I just feel like I've been thrown a lot of got thrown a lot of blows this week, man. And in my head, it's like I want to make sure, okay, I just give y'all food for thought, give y'all some things to think about when I mention wildlife. When I mention wildlife, those are some things to think about. Don't just think that you are going through something. Every living organism on this planet will come to its demise. Okay? Every living organism, the trees, the insects, the animals. So try not to take it so personal, and be vigilant. All right? Be self-aware. Okay? Be accountable. Be responsible. And these natural gifts, I assure you, will get you through. I have dignity, have integrity, have mannerism, have respect. All of these natural gifts will get you through. I'm telling you. All right. And like I say, the aura that you keep. You know, you have to strengthen your aura and your force shield. You know, you have to acknowledge the ancestors. Okay, the ones that came before you to make life as we know it. Or should I? Oh, I won't say the best we know it because it's really your opinion. But life as we know it, for us to be where we are, someone had to pay dues. All right. So with that being said, man, acknowledge the ancestors, the highest spirit, the Most High God. Okay. Notice I say the Most High. That's a title. I didn't even say the name. All right. For you guys to take it anywho. But yeah, man, that's my time. We're gonna talk about life again, and look forward to seeing you guys in the future. And like I say, I can't talk about everything, but I can talk about enough and give you guys something to think about. Look, that's my time. It was fun while it lasted. Hope to see you guys in the near future. And like I say, man, if I was to leave this earth tomorrow, man, I'm living my best life right now. I couldn't be more thankful. All right. So shout out to my loving family, my supportive wife, my supportive children, all of my experiences. Me not living with regret, but just internalizing and taking the tough things that I've gone through to make the best out of them, because there's a bright side to every situation. So we back to that duality again: dark, night, negative, good. And real quick before I leave, I was thinking about this, right before I was going to leave. Like, if God is the creator of all, and God is all, is it safe to say that he created this devil or this negative? And if so, why? If he loves us all. And, so why is that? You have to ask the questions, all right? If you're looking for the answers, you got to ask the questions. And if he created the devil, what was his purpose? Okay? Was it some type of balance? Are they one and the same? Or is the devil really the devil? Or are they one and the same? Because you can't be one of those people who sit back and say, you know what? I got a big old stimulus. Or I just got some money out of nowhere. Ooh, thank God. And then next week, your pet dog died. Oh my God, the devil ain't nothing. I can't believe the devil did this. If God bring you to it, when he sees you through it, and in other words, don't things happen for a reason? Anyway, if you stumbled across this video, it happened for a reason. If you stay with me this long, it happened for a reason. Find what you need to get out of it. May the Most High God be with you all, and thanks for your time. I look forward to seeing you guys in the future. Random Sunset.